got a top 25 matchup on hand. Two of the premier teams in the land looking to make a statement that will resonate. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on the 25th ranked team in the land, the Virginia Tech Hokies. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Hokies will put total leather to crank us up. Fielded in the end zone. It's Lawrence. He's got great speed. Got a little room. And there he goes. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown Seminoles.
How about that play? Yeah, that was a great job by the return man, but how about the execution and the blocking? Everybody getting a hat on a hat. They set up that return perfectly. You can't start a game better than that.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They're lining up for the kickoff, and let's see if this return team can answer with a score of its own. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Hokies offense takes the field to start this game off. Both of these defenses, David, anchored by star middle backers.
I mean, they're just stars right in the middle of the defense. You'll see them go sideline to sideline, and they will make plays all over the field.
Yeah, these guys are the heart and souls of their defense. They're the leaders. Everybody looks up to them. They're constantly making plays.
The Hokies want to crank the tempo. They're bringing heat. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
Well, you can see why this team thinks this kid has a real bright future. It's amazing. He's only a true freshman. He's not built like one, though, and you saw it on that last play. Trust me, that is the first of many sacks in this kid's collegiate career.
Throws to the tight end. Snagged in the middle. It's Lockett. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
Hey, it's important on offense in the passing game. You got to have balance, and I mean you got to be able to attack different thirds of the field. You got to work the perimeter to both sides. You got to let the defense know too that you're not afraid to go over the middle. They did right there.
These two conferences largely share the same geographic footprint, and the ACC loves it when they can take down a team from the SEC.
And we see these two conferences play each other oftentimes early in the season, late in the season. David, think about Clemson, South Carolina, Florida, Florida State. These players have a lot of familiarity with one another.
And this already matters so much to these kids because they grew up in the same area a lot of times, like we was talking about with the footprint. But how about in the past, too? When your undefeated league champion gets left out of the playoff for an SEC team, a little more fuel for the fire.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. That ball will make its way out of bounds, and they'll mark it dead at the 15. So the Florida State Seminoles offense will go to work for the first time. And the spotlight in this game will undoubtedly be on these star wide receivers, David.
I mean, they're featured, Reese. Like, these guys are going to touch the football a lot. These offenses are built to get them the football, to make plays. We're in for a few catches today, Paul.
We sure are. When you can get open like these guys can, when you have the speed to take the top off of the defense, you know you're going to see a lot of explosive plays today.
Got 8 on. Looking at a 2nd and 2. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. He's looking to throw it. Get it out on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back.
That's a really good-looking throw there. I think about back in my day playing for the Gators, we were known as having this high-octane passing attack with Steve Spurrier, but every time we played the Seminoles and Chris Weinke, of course, would go on to win a Heisman Trophy, we knew that we were going to have to be executing at a high level. This guy right here, when he gets going and he gets into a groove, he just does not miss. He is able to light up the scoreboard for the Seminoles.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. They're trying to get to it. Makes the grab on the left. Open space at the 25. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. After that big play, they're trying to pay it off right on the goal line. Quick pass on the fly motion. Touchdown, Florida State. And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game 1, creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for a lot more on that when instead he's out of bounds at the 14. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Determined run, but he stopped after 2 yards down at the 13. And the Hokies want to pick up the tempo. On 3rd down, going up top. Going deep. Makes the grab on the left side. And he breaks into the open. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
And that is the first passing touchdown, first of many of the season for this offense. Nice drive by the offense. Way to finish it, take care of the football, make some plays in the passing game. This offense looks like they're going to be a really hard one to stop.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They execute and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working.
All kinds of running room. And he's brought down after a huge completion. Whole situation changed after that last big play. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 39. The pull and throw off the RPO.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Bunch formation trying to spring a guy free. Running back goes in motion. On 2nd down, he'll fire. Blasted as he lets it go. Makes a connection. Tight windows, no problem to grab the tackle, and it's 1st down in the red zone at the 10. And the Seminoles will line it up on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. He's got it, and he will score. Touchdown, no! They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big body frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary and make that big play.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. We're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled, you realize what's going on. Now, I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. The Hokies want to move quickly. From the gun, to give, looking for room. Brought down at the 48 after a gain of 5. Here they come 1st and 10 from the 48. Fundamental football with the Hokies. We talk about special teams, but the running game has always been part of their DNA.
And when you continue to find guys at the running back spot like David Wilson, and those guys that you can feature, you can give them the ball, establish that physicality, establish that playmaking, it gets everything rolling for this offense.
Showed off just about every move in the book, except the forward move. Stopped for a short gain. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Firing to the right, complete. They make the stop, but not before he wraps up this first period with a huge gain. While we're only through 1, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. He's going to pass. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And a confident throw and catch, and they're in the red zone at the 13. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Fires into the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. The give on the inside. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Yeah, in 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
They'll run for it on 4th down. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. 4th and 1 is one thing, but 4th and 2, sometimes the coaches sort of chicken out at the last minute. Not this time. They go for it and they get it.
I don't disagree. Just that 1 yard does make me think a little bit more. But, dude, I'm going for this. I work on this every single week in practice. I know I get the extra down now, so my 3rd down calls are even different. But 4th and 2, I like the aggressiveness to go get it.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Hokie. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost. No problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Running back searching for a hole. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You know, the one thing you can say about this defense, they pursue the football. The first guy might miss, the second guy might miss, but there's going to be...
Going up top. He's got it on the right. Hit the afterburners, kid. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Seminoles.
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Notre Dame is getting worked right now in their own dojo. We've seen this team in a lot of big spots over the years, but I can't think of a worse beatdown. They're trailing by 18 to Florida Atlantic.
He'll start this drive firing.
Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. If they have any intention of getting this drive going, they better come up with something on 2nd and long from the 10. He's looking to throw. Got his man quickly. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Great job creating space. That's what you're supposed to do. When you get man coverage, you got to find a way to get a step, make it easy for your quarterback to read that leverage. And when he drags across the field, he could see he had him. He completes it for the first down.
Throws to the wideout. He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete. And the Hokies will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Makes a move, and the returner is stopped. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Tackled at the 45 after the 5-yard play. It's enough for the first down. Seminoles have always been known for explosive, flashy, big plays, but think of guys like Dalvin Cook and the toughness that he ran with. That's on display here.
And then those guys that I think of, too, with Warrick Dunn, you hand them the football and big plays can happen, and offenses have been built around that for years in Florida State, finding that guy to hand the ball to.
Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. From the gun, the ground game. The marker is at the 35, and they need to get it there to convert 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. They'll run this play from the pistol. On 4th down, looking to pass. Dances away to buy time. He chucks one out to the right. And it's caught inside the 15. What a play that time. They got way more than they needed to convert that 4th down.
But I love the execution of this quarterback. Everybody's sitting shallow, trying to take away the first down. He takes the ball down the field. Great strike. Nice play. Nice 4th down conversion.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Right back to him on the ground. Touchdown, Florida State. And they take it in for 6 more points. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. And now the offense will come onto the field again. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Many times the Hokies have had a dynamic threat running the ball at quarterback, but you got to be efficient like this in the passing game.
No doubt, and you got to have some balance on offense. You got to be able to make those plays down the field in the passing game to make you honor it, get some guys out of the box so it's not just,
oh, and after the big gain, the ball's loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. First down here with time for maybe one more. Minute warning. quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And he's marked down right there, but a good pickup, and it'll be a first down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. He uncorks a laser deep down the middle. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB. After the misfire, it's second down. He's looking to throw. He's not afraid to go deep. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Works his way through the traffic, and he picks up 8 yards on the play, and this one's much more manageable on 4th and 3. They'll try to pick up the first. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
Low man wins. Defense that time on the 4th down was expecting run, and you saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
Got him downfield. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26. Fresh set of downs after the completion. They'll throw it on first down. He makes the catch close to the sticks, but he'll be a little short of the first down.
Well, the offense trying to attack the perimeter of the field in the passing game. And how about the sweet feet by the receiver on that play?
Who doesn't like a little dash of the yards with their football? A little ballet moment there. Able to get a foot down in bounds and make the catch.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
Caught near the sticks. It's Lockett. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down. The Hokies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Perfect timing. Got there right when the ball got there. Didn't get there a little bit early. Saving the touchdown. Nice timing by that defender.
Fires to the end zone. Into the house. Touchdown, Virginia Tech.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going to the half. And listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half, we keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. He'll bring it out. It's Lawrence. Slips through the line. He's got an alley. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
I'll tell you, you're lucky if you're watching a college football game and you see one return for a touchdown. That's now his second of the game. This guy is absolutely lethal. He's showing you his open field running ability. He's showing you his speed. I'll be shocked if anybody kicks his way the rest of this game and the rest of the season.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. This guy runs with some attitude, discarding tacklers, and works his way to the 19. Well, this is kind of weird. They're not even going to try to run a play. The Seminoles will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive. One
play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
And the Hokies racing to the line in the hurry-up. On third and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. The Hokies will call on their punt team. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but still, he's taking the shot. Makes the catch at the 15. You want to talk about shifting the field in an instant. He's got it all the way down to the 10-yard line. The Seminoles are in the red zone. Here's the handoff. Touchdown, no! And the route is on.
And the second half looking a lot like the first half, and this lead continues to build. How about the rhythm of this offense? They are showing you a little bit of everything. What they worked on in the offseason has been right on point, and game one going exactly how they scripted.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Thomas. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third and long, try to convert through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. And the Hokies will line up to punt it away. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Looking for a block. It's Lawrence. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They'll run the RPO and throw it right.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks for the first down.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get in the space and make the big gain.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Plows through the defense. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
I love the idea, and I love just finding ways to get your best players out in the open field. This pre-snap motion and using it to their advantage on that.
A shot toward the end zone. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And the ball is intercepted. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open. And if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
And he just continues to put up numbers, and that number is now over 300.
This guy just throws completions, man. The ball doesn't seem to touch the ground. He's back there. He's making the right reads. Right now, he is locked in what this defense is trying to do.
He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Trying to convert this second and short. From the gun, running back gets to give. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
It'll be a run on 3rd and short. At the 35, he's loose. He's off to the races. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles.
Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
With that last touchdown now, they're trying to create some momentum. They're trying to avoid starting the season 0-1. They know they've got a lot of work to do here in the second half, but should be feeling pretty good about that last score. Now you've got to keep that up.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Looks like he's going to try to return it. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. The give to the back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Pulls it in. It's Vargas. And he's wrestled to the ground.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just frees the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
Bobby Bowden built this program. High-flying offenses, great quarterback play, innovation, and that's what they hope they'll see on this play today.
And it was year after year, man. He found so many elite athletes, such good recruiting in the state of Florida, and when the Seminoles get those guys, man, those teams fly.
Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
They'll leave it with him. Just steamrolling the defense. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. And the Seminoles with the 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. Nifty little dance step. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Leaves it with the running back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right, the things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
That last score sort of felt like the finishing touches on a great meal, didn't it, as they get ready to line up for the kickoff. And he takes this from inside the 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking to go up top on 1st down. He just got rid of that one to save the down, didn't see anything he liked. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. And that one's incomplete as they tried to hit him with a big play on the final snap of the third quarter. Fourth quarter is coming up. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. And the freshman will chalk up a sack. The Hokies will punt this one away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He'll take another shot here. And that one sails through the back of the end zone. The Seminoles send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. Looking to move it through the air. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Back to the air one more time. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
And this will fall incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs. On first down, here comes this offense. They're going to open this drive with a pass. He'll take a shot. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Off play action. Lets it fly deep downfield. And that one was way too far for anybody to catch, except ticket holders. You have a big lead in the 4th quarter. When you do that, the only explanation for it is you're trying to send a message by sticking in another touchdown.
Yeah, and saying, listen, it's your job to stop us, and right now...
Makes the catch! Touchdown Seminoles! And the punishment has been extended. And this dude is spinning flaming spears everywhere, and he is cutting apart this defense.
You're going to have Noel Nation doing the chop, getting excited, getting jacked up about this guy, because this is the kind of day that starts to bring even more momentum to this spot. Now you got a quarterback that you can really trust.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it.
And the pass is intercepted.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
Offense set on first down. Give to the running back. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And he is going to be forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Tremendous defense there. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. The Noles will snap it on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Florida State. And the pummeling has started.
Everybody's getting in on the fun now for this offense. From the opening whistle, they have been up and down the field. Starters are scoring. You've got backups in the game now. And I love the play calling. These guys came to your school to play in this offense to score touchdowns, so let them go do it. Make this defense prove they can stop.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your...
The freshman able to get home with the sack.
And this defense has done such a great job. Another sack on the day. They forced an interception. They've been flying all over the field playing great defense. Quarterback on the keeper.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
And when these quarterbacks run these zone reads, read options, whatever you want to call them, they have to put their eyes on a certain defender. And they're reading him, and basically, you can't be right. That's what makes it so hard to defend.
And a sack all the way back at the 5.
The one thing I love about this defense, and they're showing it here in this game, is there's a variety of ways they can get after your quarterback. They can get home with 4, they can get home with 3, or they can blitz guys from all over the field, but they've got athletes with bad intentions, and they've registered a ton of sacks in this one.
And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and short. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Down to the 26-yard line where the tackle is made. Pick up a 5 and a first down.
Man, this offense would really like to lean on this guy in the 4th quarter, right? They've got the lead, and you just saw his ability there, breaking a tackle. He looks like he's getting stronger as the game goes on. I'd expect him to get a few more carries here before this game's over.
And a great job by the linebacker. You could tell starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Ripping through the defense. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown. Ready to try the point after. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the run from inside his own 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Line gets set, first down. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Throws to the wideout. And the ball is picked off. Got some room to run. Inside the 30. He steps out of bounds, but not only does does he get the ball back? What a return to set up his offense. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill?
And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add their total.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
He'll start the return inside his 5. The defense calls the timeout. Their second of the day as they try to get their act together. First down here for the offense. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Finds his man.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
He's right on target. And he gets the first down, but, man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. He wants to throw. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
And, man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and it makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of...
Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. Seizing that open space, an opportunity all the way inside the red zone. They'll mark it at the 19. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. Trying to get to it. It's complete on the right side. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. He wants it all. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. Really nice focus by this sophomore, and he jumped on his chance to make a play. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. To the ground with the back. Discards a man. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. They get a big win here and start the season on a positive.